Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to Full Incense and Guacamelee. So, today's episode, for the first time ever, this is post-commentary. I realized most of the way through the second episode of Guacamelee that I did today that my microphone had been muted the entire time. So we're just going to do the whole post-commentary thing and see how it goes. I'm really disappointed that this is what happened. It wasn't like, gold or whatever, but I had worked hard on it. And I am disappointed that you're not going to get the product that I had intended it to be. And I am sorry, if you don't like it, I don't know. Sorry, that's just how it has to be this time. So we're trying. I'm using the Share Factory's second track commentary thing, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I don't waste my time recording this all the way through and it ends up not working. But I don't want to stop now that I'm on a roll, and I've already had to do this twice. So we picked up where we were left off in the Sierra Morena, just trying to bebop it along here. In the last episode, we got the dashing derp, I think, and I don't know. Some stuff happens. I'm very disappointed and upset about what happened, but I want to at least hopefully keep some of my thought threads from before, so that I can make this post commentary as good as possible. For the second episode, I think this is Guacamelee 11. It's either 11 or 12. For the next one, either 12 or 13. The very end of it will be the commentary recorded at the time, so that might be a bit of a weird transition. I'm just sorry about all of it. I just wish it hadn't happened like that. But I don't want to not have a big chunk of the game, and I obviously can't go back. Well, I kind of could. Would that be better? I might do that. Okay. So I briefly considered, I have another file of when my first time playing through the STCE on my PlayStation that was like at the exact same spot as where I started this episode. I thought about just going back and doing the gameplay again too, but that's not fair to you guys. Whatever, you're gonna see how it happened. Like, I would hate for me to have like one more or less stamina box or my health bar be like a little bit different. Whatever, we're just gonna do it straight. So so here we find out that we can't continue to the Sierra Morena because the bridge is out, as I was talking to the guy. So I decided I wanted to look and see it for myself and see if there's any items or whatever to get. And I ended up kind of like taking a long time to do this because of these stupid chupacabras. They're the bane of my existence in actually both episodes as I fall for like the third time. I guess the one thing that's cool about having to do the post commentary is I'm not having to play at the same time. But my play is still bad because I was recording, even though now I can record casually. So maybe my commentary will be better. Although now I feel more urged to keep talking. I feel worse about awkward silences when you know that there's no reason for it. So I get all the way up and basically, okay, can't do anything with that. Even though I try. Oh no, I do get across, but there's not really much I can do. And it ends up that we have to go to Pico de Gallo again, to a brand new area for the Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. And like I said, I had another file on this game, but this, as far as I've ever gotten, was basically where we are now. So everything else I do in this episode was brand new content, which makes me all the more upset that you don't get my original reactions to it, but we'll make do. When life gives you lemons, you make do. So I realized there's nothing I can do with that. Head over here to see the bridge is out, and the bridge is out. So, check it out. Cross disappears in the dark world. That's pretty weird. And we go ahead and make our descent into the other half of Pico de Gallo now, I believe. I like that it gets darker. That's a cool effect. And I thought in my head, I didn't say aloud in the old commentary, but I thought that it'd be cool if like it was a really dark area and then like the enemies had lights or something, like one of those kind of gimmicks. But it is not to be. So we've seen this guy before. This is right outside of Caposanto, the city that was destroyed near the Canal de los Flores that Pico de Gallo is connected to. And I did notice it before. So once we get into the Volcano is where we're going. That's the next big area of the game, is the Volcano. And you can see now as I'm switching from and I messed up this platforming like 3 times, sorry guys. But anyway, as I'm switching between the light world and the dark world, the lava on the volcano either hardens into magma or is flowing. And that's actually one of the gimmicks inside the volcano, so that's kind of a cool way to reference it already. Although previously in the game, lava turns to water, so it's kind of weird. So I guess I only messed it up once. Okay, that's not so bad. So here we are in the new area of the game. Post commentary is hard. I don't know how people do it. It's hard to not, like, you know, my mind is going as I'm playing the game. I could do the voices a little bit better, but it's hard to read because it's small now. Grand Galaka, our forces grow not only. Also, to be happy to know we've been working on our stretch goals too. Allow me to present Baby Galaka. That's right, a special pet for all our backers. So we got jokes. We got jokes. Are you and my mommy? Good old Doctor Whom. Galaka heads out. They head out, and we'll be seeing them again. Just spoiler. We have our final battle against them in the next episode, or maybe in 2 episodes. I got kind of frustrated when I realized near the end of recording the 2nd episode, and when I found out that the commentary had messed up. So in the episode, I say, like, you know, my whole outro and all, but I might end up amending it with the end of the fight, or I might start the next episode. Like, I'm really hooked on my the way I've been naming the episodes for Guacamelee. Like, it's always been just like the location or a boss fight. It's just like very simple, clean names. So if I haven't done a Sierra Morena episode yet, I could name this that, even though we're only in it for 2 minutes. Then name the next episode the Volcano, and then the episode after that versus Trio de los Muertes, but or El Trio de la Muerte, the 3 of the dead. I guess that's weird. I don't think that's quite right. But anyway, I don't know. I really should finish it because it was sort of a shorter than usual episode anyway. And like I've been saying, you know, I kind of chose Guacamelee because it's pretty short, and I need to have it done by August when I'm starting my next, you know, really big, possibly overly ambitious project. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the heck I thought would happen. I guess I thought it was like a puzzle or fake lava like they do in Metroid. But yeah, I decided to kill myself, and then of course, right off the bat, kill myself again. It's not the last death by lava in this episode. Trust me. I don't know. Sorry, I'm being a little bit quiet. I'm just thinking about like other options. Like I'm wondering, like, all it is just the end of the. I'm wondering, basically, if I should if I should just leave out the next chunk of the game, because all it is just wandering through here. Where I get Ghostfly is the big thing. I don't think I get Ghostfly in this episode, which is the it's like the side that, like, a speed booster ability. Like, you build up your speed booster in Metroid, and then you can crouch, and then you can just rocket off in different directions. Ghostfly is basically that off of walls. So not a whole lot of consequence happens in the next episode anyway, because I haven't done the boss. So I could have this episode with the post commentary explaining everything. I'm just thinking out loud. Look, I'm open and honest with you guys. Have this with post commentary. It's just because I think, like, I'm looking at my counter. I still have like 16 minutes left to go on this episode. It's already kind of tough to keep up, and I haven't been commenting on the action as much. It just isn't me. This isn't, you know, how I like my content to be. So I could finish this episode like I'm doing it, and then we'll have a lost episode, and then the next episode will start with the Trio de los Muertes fight, and then the second half of the Volcano will just be lost to history because of the no commentary thing. The more I'm saying it, I think I really might do that. And then maybe, like, after the series is over, like on a random day, I could be like, look, there's no commentary at all, but if you want to see what happened, I don't know. I don't want that to be a missing chunk, though. I don't know. I'll probably ask, like, Holy Diver or Science Century what I should do. And if I revisit this on another day, hopefully doing the post commentary will be a bit easier. I am a little ahead on my recording, so it's not so bad. Like, it's not like a huge rush. This is where I learned that you have to touch the ground to even redo Olmec's Headbutt, which doesn't make sense. The platforming one, sure, because you could cheese all the platforming puzzles if you could just do the Rooster Uppercut or Dashing Derp 1,000 times, but I don't really know what doing Olmec's Headbutt again and again is really going to accomplish for you. The first time that those, yeah, spoiler warning, I do this more than once. But the first time those blocks disappeared, I got really, really scared. I almost threw myself straight into the lava. So, I probably, just being honest, I probably will have made my choice by the time this video is live. But I guess in the comments, you know, if you wanted to say how you felt about it, if you want. So the choices are: 1, record post commentary; 2, release it with just a tiny little bit of commentary at the end, and the first 15 minutes are quiet. I'm not going to do that. And 3, just have it be unreleased, and you know there's about 15 minutes of the game that'll be lost, and we'll just pick up the following episode with the boss fight. And really, like, the last 5 minutes with the boss fight anyway, it's really only 10 minutes of, like, the latter half of exploring the volcano that are really gone. So it's not very much of consequence. I might ask on Twitter, too. I don't know what I'll end up doing. I do want it to be complete, and, I don't know, there's, like, compelling arguments for either side, I suppose. I was so close to falling into the lava there, I would have been very upset. But anyway, haha. Got the piñata. And so much of this is just like kind of trite platforming too. So this is where we really get taught about controlling the lava flow, and that's, you know, the big gimmick with the platforming here. The new thing it brings to the table. We get the little treasure. I kind of struggled with this puzzle a little bit, but we ended up getting it. I don't know what that one enemy is for. I guess just to kind of spook you out. But anyway. Fell into the lava, have to do it again. Yeah, this is why I'm hesitant to do the post commentary again. I just feel like it's even less engaging, and I know it's because I'm freaking out because I feel like I have to fill the whole thing. It's like a war story. Like if I have the long pauses, it feels much less natural when I feel like I can devote a lot of my energy to doing the commentary. But I like when I crouch to the music. That makes it. I think it's pretty funny. I don't know. Either thing I am unhappy with. I used to be really good about every single time I would sit down to record, I would do a test. You know, like record for 5 seconds and going back and listen back to it. And I fell out of the habit of it, and twice now it's burned me. I don't know what will go up first, that or this episode. Probably that. That is Holy Diver, Iceman and I did a big episode 7 discussion for War Stories, and the volumes were not very good at all. It was very tough to hear the two of them. It would, if I had to listen back, it would have been the work of a moment to fix the problem. But and this too, like as soon. So what happened? How I found it out is in the possibly lost episode. In the next episode, I messed up when, so the PlayStation 4, of course I used to record everything. Everything is done through it and its systems. It automatically stops after 15 minutes. And so I have to restart the recording, and I try to do it as quickly as possible, especially since it was actually in the middle of my first attempt at the El Trio de la Muerte. So when I did, I kind of flubbed up on the buttons a little bit and was worried that I had recorded everything properly. So after they killed me the first time, while I was freaking out and spooked at the buttons, I actually beat this my first try, which I was very pleasantly surprised about. But anyway, I went to check if everything had recorded properly after they had killed me once, and that was when I was listening to it and I was like, ah, what on earth? And I looked down at my the little volume control on my headset with mounting dread and realized, like, God, what have I done? The first time I've had anything of this scale. And Until Dawn, I talked about that a little bit in this episode too, that I am looking forward to completing Guacamelee. It'll be the first, solo Let's Play I'll have finished on the channel since we had to abandon Final Fantasy. But anyway. Oh, the lava's been killing them. Okay. Sidebar. I'll try to remember where I was and get back to it. I was going to talk about how this is coming to an end, but we had problems with Until Dawn too. Okay. What's my new thought? Yes, that pinata. I was like, how on earth? I didn't kill every single enemy as I went, but I guess the lava did. So that's the thing. So, in Until Dawn, I had a few recording problems too. That was when I first realized that the Share Factory at the time had a 30-minute maximum limit. It no longer does. That's how the last 2 episodes, and I think this one will be too. No, not quite. The last 2 episodes of Guacamelee were a bit over half an hour, and a few Until Dawns ended up being over a half an hour too. But that one, like a week before they had the update, was too long, and I had to trim out a scene, and that was tough. And then in a later, I think it was like the very next episode, maybe 2 later, one of the little clips of time I accidentally completely deleted. So we lost a chunk of that gameplay. So I guess now that I'm thinking about it, that's like that's like another reason to just go ahead and suck it up and do the post commentary for the other episode too, till we don't have anything missing from this one, since Until Dawn is sort of imperfect, unfortunately. So anyway, back to the gameplay. We have like the funny business here. They're examining their handiwork or whatever, and they see, oh, it's Juan, and they're worried about it. And they just have us fight a new battle. But anyway, okay, so this is one reason why I'm really leaning towards just not bothering with the other post commentary, is because we don't get much further than this. Like we do, you know, several more rooms, of course, but that green door behind us that's closed, like once we go in that is where we finally fight the trio at the end of the next episode. So all we do between the end of this episode and the entirety of next episode is just wander around a couple more places and get goat fly and come right back here. So not the most important episode if we had to cut some stuff out. But anyway, I don't know. I haven't made my decision yet. I guess it's weird that I'm talking so much about it in this episode, but whatever. I'll be honest with you guys. So it is what it is. This arena was very annoying. I feel like I had to do this 3 or 4 times. This one maybe wasn't so bad, but the next one is tougher with the pipes at the bottom. Yeah, I think this one isn't all that bad. Or maybe it's in the other episode. I can't remember now. It's all just a blur of sadness and disappointment. But anyway. I am looking forward to finishing Guacamelee. It's going to feel like a real accomplishment. I have found, you know, as I've been doing this channel, that the regular Let's Playing has been less of my forte than I would have wanted or hoped it to be. I think the War Stories is definitely, you know, the future of the channel and the future of, you know, what I am able to bring to the table as a content creator. I think it's, you know, fairly different. Everybody does Let's Plays. I died a lot in this room for no reason too. It's not that hard of a puzzle, but I really struggled with it. If it's the one I'm thinking of, that might have been a little bit later. But I don't know. I really like having another person to play off of too. That's why so many War Stories nowadays are either featuring, you know, one of the gang, Iceman, Holy Driver, Science Century, and I want to maybe have some other people in the future. We'll see. But anyway, it's nice to have somebody to bounce off of, or at least a real topic. Like, talking about the game I'm playing is kind of, you know, it is what it is. You know, there's only so much you can plumb from that, in my opinion. So I don't really know what the future of Let's Plays is on the channel. My big August Let's Play that I keep hinting about, I think that the subject, I really thought it for Guacamelee too, and it's proving more challenging than I had thought. But the subject matter of the game, I'll have a lot more to talk about. And I think that will really make it, I have such high hopes for it that I really think that's going to be, you know, a landmark of the channel is when I start this August project. Very, very excited for it. But, you know, we'll have to see how it goes. If it ends up that too is just kind of, you know, repetitive, and I feel like, you know, I have big silences, it's just not what I want to be able to provide as a Let's Player, then, you know, we'll have to maybe revisit the schedule and, you know, how I spend my time. Maybe have more snacks and War Stories. Those perform better anyway. If I did 3 snacks, 3 War Stories, and the Full House, the co-op playthroughs, then maybe things would be different. So we'll definitely have to see. Yeah, this is the arena I really struggle with. Is because of this guy, the windmill with the pink and white attacks. I feel like besides the time I actually beat it, this is probably the closest I get. That time I just didn't realize how low my health was. With the Diablo suit, you have less health overall, and that guy can basically take you down in 2 hits. I think this time I just die again, and then we actually encounter a glitch later. I mean, another attempt that ends up costing us. But we do beat it. I think this is the last room I really visit in this episode, because this ends up using up a ton of our time. But yeah, I've given a lot of thought to, and you know, I've also heard from some people that there's a little bit too much content. You know, a video every single day. It's hard for completionists to watch everything. Like even if you only watch one of my series, you know, it's easy to fall behind. But right now, to me, it's important to have something every single day. So I don't necessarily want to pull back from that. But if I end up deciding that you know, that Let's Plays are not going to be part of the long-term future of the channel, then maybe, you know, I'll... Okay, so here's the glitch. You see the health bar? That enemy is now down below where I can get to him. I don't find out until I've killed everybody else. But I actually end up having to quit and rejoin the game and to restart this arena because there's just nothing I could figure out to be able to fight him. But as I was saying, if I end up determining that Let's Playing is not a part of the future of the channel, then maybe like 3 war stories, 2 snacks, a full house, and a day off, or 2 of each, and 2 days off. I don't know. It's something to think about. But just because I still am having a lot more fun with Guac than I was with Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy just was way more than I was ready for. But Guacamelee, I know the game better. It's a lot more engaging, less repetitive battles that are kind of tedious to watch, tedious to commentate, tedious to play. And I still love the game. Like I'll definitely revisit it on my own time, and I might revisit it for the channel too. Honestly, that is a black mark to me. I think that might be cool. Like say, yeah, you can see my other file is at 320. I started this file at 324, so they're right at the side. I could have just re-recorded everything, but I don't know. But anyway, it is a black mark that I have an unfinished Let's Play. So maybe if Guacamelee, if I finish it, and I still have like a week or 2, I can't imagine I'll have that much room, especially with this situation. But if I still have some time, maybe I'll do like an episode or 2 of Final Fantasy just to get a little bit further. And still, because the reason I'm waiting is the game isn't out yet. The game that I'm really excited about doing. So I can't just start it as soon as I finish Guac, or I would have started it when I was done with Final Fantasy. But if I think this is going to be finally the time I beat it, because I'll have about a minute and a half left on the record. But if I use it to just kind of fill the gaps, between bigger projects, an episode here or there, or maybe even do long episodes, do like an hour-long episode of just kind of getting it done. I don't know, that could happen. Like, even if I stop doing Let's Plays as a big format, but just kind of have like Final Fantasy adventures, and then maybe have like somebody with me and just talk about random stuff all the time. I don't know, it could happen. The future of the channel is very bright. I think there's still a lot of possibilities that I'm playing with. So we'll see, what we end up deciding is the best for the channel, as well as for the next episode. There'll definitely be one. Like, don't think that we're gonna miss out on an upload, but it'll either be post commentary, like this episode was, or possibly it will be missing, and then we'll just have to fight with the trio to start the next episode. But anyway, either way, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. Make sure you subscribe, all that good stuff. And once again, thank you for understanding about the whole post commentary thing, and I appreciate you guys watching this far. Hit that like button, all that good stuff. I don't know about you guys, but I'm full.